MS Dev show. And when you were like thinking about Microsoft SaaS Stories, walk me through what happened. How did you pitch this to the marketing team? What was the process? Who originated that idea, and what was the reaction and everything?
Yeah. So I pitched the idea, and I'll be honest, I don't remember exactly how I framed it for them, because in my mind, sure, it is marketing when it comes down to it, but I don't see it as marketing. To me, it was just helping it was honestly about helping the community, and having that brand around that. And then when you're able to utilize that brand to drive numbers, then it starts to become marketing, but it's organic. So I'm never going to go on there and do, scripted, paid for content. And I don't think
Right.
that I think I would completely lose the audience, right? I think people know when you show up as non-authentic and when your time is paid for. So we are having legitimate, and again, this is my approach, right? Is legitimate, authentic conversations with the guests on the show. And because it's authentic, we're bringing in the numbers, and marketing sees the advantage of that. So that's how I think about it.
Right.
And of course, I have to go through. If you're at a small company, I think it's really easy. If you're at a larger company, then you have things like brand standards, and it took a long time. I mean, it just took a lot of running water through the pipes to get that first episode published. It took months and months, even after I had buy-in on the show itself. And that's just how it works at a larger company, because they want to make sure that you're using the right font, and that there's a lot of things around accessibility. Like, we want to make sure that we're serving as diverse of an audience as possible. So I went through all of that, and I think once the numbers started coming in, and once they saw that those conversations were authentic, I think they saw the value in it. And one thing that I do that, this is all behind the scenes, whenever we start having a conversation with a company to actually come on and talk about it. Like, I had one conversation with another company that's a pretty, they're like a medium to large company. And I had a conversation with them, and I said, look, you had on-prem software. Now you're in the cloud. I promise you that was a horrible experience, just because I know that it's challenging. Like, it's a mind shift. Like, people used to, sell software and DVDs. Think about how different it is now, like running software as a service. So anytime I have that conversation, I always tell them, I just want you to be honest, and I want you to tell me the things that didn't work well, and people will respect you for it, because they will see that those things that you shared were things that you learned and you are good at now.
I like it. I think the authenticity of this conversation, especially like being able to like talk about like the ups and downs and everything, is probably what like sold itself to the marketing team at Microsoft.